Okay. Oh! Hello, everybody. How's it going? We'll let some people gather. So, what happened? Knock, knock. Knock, knock, who's there? What happened? What, they canceled 2024 and we stuck in 2023 for the next 1,000 years? Hell yeah. Hell yeah. No, why no 3v1 raid boss event? It is happening. It is 125% happening. Do not worry. It is important when you are scheduling streams to check with the host if the event is actually going to be finished before you schedule the stream for it. So that's just my fault. The 3v1 raid boss event just isn't complete yet. So there isn't an event to stream. I will stream it when it's actually done. There's a couple more games that have to be played. Lucinia typed to me he's the host of the event. As soon as I made the stream, he's like, bruh, my 3v1 is going to be done by then. I'm like, okay. So I suspected we'd have to, slash that portion. But since I already announced it, I just left it up there. And we saw how many games got completed. We actually almost finished the event before the stream, but there's still one or two to be played, so it's not a big deal at all. Lil Trill got Will to sneeze. So, this isn't all bad, though. If you were a part of yesterday's late night stream, then you'll know that I am sick. And I am okay with a shorter stream. Because as the stream went on, and the more I had to talk, the more my voice got fucked up. So this is a win-win. Shorter stream for my voice, and 3v1 raid boss event actually gets to, complete before it's streamed. But enough lollygagging and farting around. What's happening today? We have a 3v3 tournament. Some of you out there might be like, holy shnikes, we're gonna get a lag fest. We will not. They were played ahead of time. We're just casting the replays, so it's fine. We have 4 teams here assembled. We have center is weak, flanks are heavy, Vomita is backline already, Mom Spaghetti, which is just the Fae Enchantress, so I'm going to go look and see who that team is. Behind the blocker where you can't see it. Not that it's a secret, but still. Okay. Flanks are weak. Spaghetti ready. Okay, so that looks like it's Bretonia, Beastmen, and Warriors of Chaos is what that looks like. Cool. We have peak male performance, no girls allowed. That looks like it's Ogres, Beastmen, and Sigvald, but it is Warriors of Chaos, Sigvald. Gotcha. Why is there an echo? Spaghetti ready. Okay, so that looks like it's Bretonia. I don't hear an echo. Do you have 2 different streams open, Liltrill? That happened to Phoenix King before. Alright. Anyone else, let me know if there's an echo, but I just turned the sound on briefly and I didn't hear one. We have Imric's Dragon Wedding, which appears to be 2 High Elves and a Cathay. And then we have The Sundering Never Happened, with all 3 elves together. And yeah, if you want to know who's on each team, I guess we should also do that. Let's see. So for peak male performance, we have Borgash, Stead, and Mr. Chalk. For center's weak, flanks are heavy, Vomino's backline already, Mom Spaghetti. We have Razel. Wow, Razel. Sir Groot and Salinator. Okay. I think that team's going to win the whole thing, because Razel's a fucking god. Sorry to the rest of you, but... Oh, that's another good one. The Sundering Never Happened is Sipa, Raced, and Plagues, another really solid team. And then the last one, Imric's Dragon Wedding, appears to be Rainy Frog, Dr. Nerd, and Wolfblade. Wait. No. Oh, it is. Burning Winds Nomads is Cathay. When I saw Burning Winds Nomads, I was like, that's Warriors of Chaos. I fucked up. Okay, cool. I had two tabs open. I knew it! It's not my fault. Okay. So what do we start with here? It looks like we'll start with... What the hell is this? God, these team names are so hard when I'm looking between the replays. Okay, we're starting with... Center's weak, flanks are heavy, Vomito's backline already, Mom's spaghetti versus peak male performance. That's what we're starting with. We're getting into it. I'm a little stressed, and I'll be honest, I'm a little stressed to cast these because 2v2s are already, honestly, a lot to go through as a caster. It's a lot to deal with. And now we have a fucking 3v3. And sometimes, okay, lag is never good. But the silver lining on lag is at least I can take a second and figure out what the hell's happening, but in a replay, it's all going to be seamless. So I'm just going to have to figure it out. Is this the World Cup? I wish. Okay. Do I even do the builds? Do I even do the builds with 6 fucking armies on the screen? How many units do I have to, are you gonna retain any of this information? No. No one's gonna retain any of this. It's just gonna be nonsense. This army is like a bunch of shit. There's so much shit in there. And on the other side, hey look, it's more shit, everybody. It's just all this garbage. Oh god, okay. Okay, we gotta kind of make sense of what's going on in here. So, we have Chaos, Beastmen, and Ogres. For the Ogres, we have Monstrous Infantry. It's the Monstrous Infantry Corps with some Iron Guts and then Ogre Bulls with dual weapons. We do have the Powder Guts for some DACA and the Slaughtermaster with healing. That's the gist of what the Ogres are bringing. They brought a ton of Monstrous Infantry. Great. For the Beastmen, we have some more Monstrous Infantry and some flank control in Minotaurs and Centaurs. Centaurs. But we also have an Incarnate Elemental Beast for a Mortis Engine and then a Traitor King Caster to punish an enemy blob. Plus, the Beastmen brought some Chaff and some Archers. Okay. And then for the Warriors of Chaos, we have some Chaos Knights for some more heavy cavalry flank support, and then a meatier front line than what the Beastmen brought. So the Beastmen brought the light infantry, the Ogres brought the monstrous infantry, and now we have Chaos Warriors with halberds and a front line of Marauders. Sigvald and a Metal Caster with Final Transmutation for even more blob punishment. Okay, we also have one Gorger in the flank, just one Gorger. On the other side, for Bretonnia, Chaos, and Beastmen, Bretonnia brought some Flying Cav and their Pegasus Knights, and then they brought the Heavy Cav in Grail Knights and Hippogriff Knights. So, very, very elite Bretonian roster. Fey Enchantress with some healing, Earthblood, and Flesh to Stone. Cool, cool. They also brought a Grail Relic, which I believe gives Marauders... Holy shit, it gives Marauders the Icon of Devotion. ITP Marauders. Oh, whatever. It's fine. Okay. Beastmen component, we have Torox the Brass Bull, a Bray Shaman Caster with Traitor Kin to punish blobs, a whole bunch of Minotaurs, Centaurs, so the good units, and then some Chaff stuff. Great. Great. You'll love to see it. And then for the Chaos component, we have Archon the Everchosen with Spirit Leech and Burning Head. We have 2 Dragon Ogre Shaggoths, which is Chad, but questionable. Questionable in the efficacy department. We have some Chaos Knights, and just Marauders, no Chaos Warriors for their front line. Alright, cool. We got the gist. We didn't go through every single unit everybody brought, but you get the idea. This is a lot of melee. Neither side has any artillery, really. It is just going to be a melee brawl. And I think in that aspect, blue and green over here are a little advantaged. I mean, they have more monstrous infantry with the ogres and then some minotaurs and stuff, and then you have chaos warriors to back them up. Red team is relying a lot more on single entities, honestly. 2 Dragon Ogre Shaggoths, the Fae, Archaon, and Torox. Single entities are going to have to try and carry for them. Fae Enchantress gave Sigvald a little smooch and then left. I like that. It just runs up. Mortis Engines the Mirror Guard for all of, like, I don't know, 100 HP. And then leaves. Okay. Red team's Grail Knights and their own Centaurs and Pegasus Knights just annihilate a blue team Centaur. It is entirely gone. And it looks like they are dedicating to the flanks. Which, this is the knees weak, flanks are heavy mom spaghetti team. So they're trying to live up to their name and go hard on the flanks. Their center is fine, but it's not really going to accomplish too much. Single entity fight is down. I expect to see a final transmutation and a Traderkin in here from the blue team as a Burning Head goes from Archaon through these guys. But there's some Cast Warriors and Halberds. They don't give a shit about that Burning Head. They'll be just fine and chilling. Iron Guts might be ready to receive some Grail Knights, but it doesn't look like they have orders just yet as the chaos of the day is prevailing and they're having a hard time figuring out where they need to be going. They're going to get free charge by Grail Knights, which will probably be the death of them. Grail Knights with impressive armor piercing can beat up on Iron Guts fiercely. Ooh, but a sandwich in for Minotaur is a great weapon. This could be a dead Grail Knight before you know it. Flanks are heavy. Mom Spaghetti sweat it and vomit and all that shit. They're winning the top flank, getting through to some of these archers. Meanwhile, in the center, the Chaos Sorcerer of Metal is already routed, but a big Overcast Traderkin did hit a whole bunch of units. And the Incarnate Elemental Beast is in here fighting, but Sigvald is having a terrible time fighting against Archaon, a double Dragon Ogre Shaggots. The Incarnate's trying to bail him out. Maybe Sigvald will get a Troll Guts. I don't know. In the backfield, flank sweaty Mom Spaghetti, vomit on his head already, is rolling through these guys. The Umbra Raiders are having a hard time really firing. And the center is not going amazing for the blue and green team, all things considered. Incarnate gets a Troll Guts, try and heal up a little bit. Sigvald's still fighting it out, hasn't given up just yet, even though he's completely surrounded on all sides. And that Chaos Sorcerer of Metal, wherever he is, he's got to come back and just suicide for an overcasted Final Transmutation right here. That's worth his life, honestly. He can die. Blue and green have a bit of a pocket here that's going all right. Two Chaos Warriors with Halberds somehow ended up next to each other, but they'll kill a Minotaur off easily enough. I'm worried if we have that many Halberds on top of each other, then that means they're not somewhere else, but oh well. What is that? Final Trans? Overcasted Final Trans! And he didn't even take Overcast damage! And a Traderkin Overcast! Oh, it's so much damage! Sigvald's fucking dying, though! Literally, he is dead. He's a dead boy. But that Final Trans wrecked the Shaggots plus the Traderkins, and blue-green is up on the balance of power. Mino's getting chased off by Iron Guts. What else is even going on? What happened to the 3v1? The event is not completed yet, so I can't stream it because I'm an idiot and I didn't check with the tournament host if the event would be complete by the time I scheduled the stream. It will be streamed, do not worry, I just have to wait for it to actually be done. No, that's just my fault. I didn't coordinate with the tournament host before scheduling my stream because I'm a big dumb idiot. The games for that are still being completed. Like, I already played mine versus my 3 opponents. It was a fun game. We'll get there. Don't you worry. Dragon Ogre Shaggots fighting the Great Brave Shaman of Wilds. They should be beating him, but both of them missed back-to-back. And they miss again. What the hell? How are you missing so bad? You have so much melee attack about us versus large. You just miss that Brave Shaman constantly. Oh, Dragon Ogre Shaggots. What is wrong with you? I'm actually convinced at this point there is something wrong with the Dragon Ogre Shaggoth models, because Kolak also does this, where no matter how many melee stats you give him, he still misses characters a lot. In the utter chaos of what's going on, Archaon is pushed away. He can use some Earthbloods from the Fey Enchantress, and this is a just general rout on the top side from the red team. For the red team, they are trying to snipe out the blue and green casters. If they can kill off the Slaughtermaster and the Traderkin caster, that'd be actually pretty nuts. As Trox the Butcher's Calvin Guard are back here trying to help out. And Bretonnia still has a full health Royal Hippogriff Knight, which we all know can do some pretty insane stuff in the late game if they're allowed. Fey Enchantress is also quite healthy. We still have some Grail Knights fighting it out too. For the green team, they do have 2 full health Iron Guts chasing a Minotaur off, which is definitely an overcommitment of resources. Those Iron Guts are going to have to come back here soon. We'll see if the red team can make the most of their brief advantage in the midfield. As Manual Pistols are trying to fire in, they're currently obstructed. I don't know what they're aiming at, but they should probably aim at the Hippogriff Knights because those guys are easier to shoot. But this little death blob for red team is doing well. Where are the Traderkin caster? Traderkin caster, we saw him get routed off, but he's coming back, so he'll be good there. And where's the Chaos Sorcerer of Metal? He might be dead. He might be dead. If he's not dead, he needs to Final Trans that blob, but he might be dead. Incarnate's coming back with a vengeance. And this lone Dragon Ogre Shaggoth, who is not feeling too good, is going to try and kill a Slaughtermaster. But the Incarnate will probably finish this poor soul off in, like, one attack. If he decides to. But he's currently not deciding to. Another Troll Guts is cast onto the Manu's Great Weapons. There he is. He runs up, clubs that guy in the back of the head. And we'll get him routing. Anyway. Both sides throwing out Traderkins? No, it was a Traderkin for one side, Earthblood for the other. So Torox takes a Traderkin to the head. And the Great Brawl of the Wilds is routed off on the other side. Incarnate does push away this Shaggoth like we predicted. Chaos Knights are trying to kill off anything they can while they worry about dying from ogres. But actually, it looks like they're going to be okay. Blue team, their beastmen just lost their lord. So the blue team beastmen will all take a pretty bad hit to their leadership. Incarnate Elemental Beast is nearly heal capped, but he's back to full HP from all the healing he has received. And those Iron Guts, from their brief excursion off to the side of the map, they are returning full health and ready to party. Speaking of full health and ready to party, Archaon's at 300 HP total, though he's currently getting a little bit of Lore of Life healing from the Fey Enchantress. Still not feeling great, and what is happening right here is a Traderkin from the red team onto the blue team, so just trying to damage off some of these Halberds and the Incarnate Elemental Beast. But the Butcher's Calvin Guard are about heal capped, getting dragged down. Shaggoth's also getting close to his heal cap, and the Royal Hippogriff Knights are not feeling amazing. But on the other side, the Slaughtermaster, the only source of healing for the green team, green and blue, is currently biting the dust as Torox and some lads try and kill him. Blue Chaos Knights tried to peel for him, but they are going to get terror-outed away. Hippogriff Knights also rejoining the fight here. And that could be another crucial Lord Snipe from the red team to take out the Slaughtermaster of the Great Maw and make the green team have less leadership. Ogres are a lower leadership faction. I wouldn't call them low, but lower. So sniping their lord can be very, very impactful. Archaon somehow clinging to life. 300 HP while fighting Iron Guts. Looks like he might rout them off. Royal Hippogriff Knights helping Torox chase off the Slaughtermaster. And for the green and blue lords, that would be their last lord, because Sigvald died early. We just saw the Wildscaster die, and now this guy is biting the dust. So they'll be all out of lords and casters. On the red side, they're pretty much reliant on their lords and casters. The red team multi-entity models are just not feeling good at all. Another Traderkin on all these units. Not overcast, but still good. The Hippogriff Knights are diving back in to try and save Torox as Archaon chucks out one burning head real quick. Looks like it is undercast. He's just trying to leadership nuke these guys, because that's undercast or burning head is not going to do any damage to any of the units involved in this fight, but it will lower their leadership and get them to go away. Archaon is given the task of chasing down the Slaughtermaster of the Great Maw, though his leadership is faltering. Is he even courageous enough to finish this job? As he takes a massive volley from the Powder Guts, 17 HP, but he's hanging on! He's chilling! He's gonna finish the job, he doesn't give a fuck! And a Spirit Leech is cast from him onto the Slaughtermaster because melee just wasn't doing the job. The Incarnate Elemental Beast gets bursted down while we weren't looking, and the Slaughtermaster is officially dead, so the leadership of the Ogre Kingdoms is now suspect at best. Archaon, at 17 HP, is looking at the Fey Enchantress like, please, for the love of God and Earthblood, please! And she casts it on all these people, and Archaon's like, you bitch! I'm right here! Please! Please, for the love of God, heal me! And she says, no, you're bad. You're a bad, bad guy, and I don't like you. As he falls down to 19 HP, and he finally fucking dies. So the Warriors of Chaos lose their leader. I don't know if it'll matter on their leadership, but we will see. For the red team, Torox and the Fae are still chilling. Bounce power starting to shift against the greens, and I definitely agree. Iron Guts trying to fight back against Torox. Hippogriff Knights are still rampaging through everybody. And we even have some Ogre Bulls still fighting in the center, doing their best. They're hitting the Brawl of the Wilds pretty good. Blue and green still have the multi-entity model advantage, and their Powder Guts still have 9 ammunition, which is actually quite a lot at this stage in the game. Red team is entirely relying on the fact that they have single entities and magic available. Ogre Bulls look like they might be able to finish the Centaurs with their throwing axes, but Torox diving into the Ogre Bulls will finish off their already fledgling leadership, and they will rout here. There they go. Powder Guts still firing in. Looks like they're shooting at Chaos Knights. They want to focus on the Hippogriff Knights. The Hippogriff Knights are a way bigger problem because they cause terror and all that stuff. All of this was such a giant lag fest, but it's not in the replay. Anyway, Iron Guts fighting it out, but they will tear out from a big charge in from all these guys. And it's largely on the Powder Guts now. The Powder Guts are trying to carry this whole game. As the Butchers of Caldengarde are heal captive coming back. Another Earth Blood for all of these guys. As Archaon's ghost is floating away from the battle like, oh, okay, so you'll Earth Blood them. So you'll Earth Blood them. It's fine. He's not mad. Iron Guts try and charge in, but the Enchantress is going to break their charge a bit, and then the Dragon Ogre Shaggoth will finish them off, and they're all getting routed. Powder Guts and some Chaos Warrior Halberds are kind of forming a bit of a last stand here on the side of the green and blue team, as the Beastmen think about challenging that last stand and then opt out. I don't know how much Winds of Magic the Enchantress has left for Earthbloods, but we'll see. I'm going to ×2 for just a second, as the red team is focusing on cleaning up this corner, and the green team is just trying to recoalesce their forces, so not a lot happening at the moment. Powder Guts continuing to poke away at anybody they can. They hurt the Traitor King caster a little bit, though I doubt he has Winds of Magic at this point. Now they're trying to shoot the Fae, which is kind of the worst target. She's a piss-poor melee combatant. She's not going to do anything, and she's already burned so much of her magic that, like, I doubt she's really that useful. Your main problem are going to be Taurox and the Hippogriff Knights. Powder Guts set up. Looks like they're firing at the Hippogriff Knights, who have charged some Halberds and immediately terror-outed them off. Balance power continues to get worse. We still have one quite healthy Halberd chilling around here. And then some Centaurs that could chase off anything that routes. But man, there's just been so much healing from the red team. Like, heal capped Hippogriff Knights, heal capped Dragon Ogre Shaggoth, heal capped Butchers of Caldengarde, heal capped Taurox the Brass Bull, etc. Oh, there's still some Grail Knights. Ogre Bulls with dual weapons try and charge in, but they immediately terror out just on sight of all these things. A Dismember Tier 1 Ogre Army passive is popped just to slow these guys down, reduce their charge speed, I suppose, as Halberds attempt to get in here. I think they're just trying to stop the Shaggoth from getting away so the Halberds could actually get some shots in. 1,000 HP for him, 3,000 for Taurox. But I just don't think the green team have it left in them, man. Powder Guts are all out of ammunition. It's down to melee at this point. Which, the Powder Guts are fierce melee combatants, and so are these Halberds, but I am suspect. ×2 speed a little bit, as red team is trying to isolate out some Centaurs. These are just basic Marauders. They'll dive quite swiftly. And Massacre is popped. Oh, that could be kind of huge. All these guys get increased damage, but they also get Terror, which will make them immune to Terror, of course. And the Powder Guts are actually starting to catch Taurox. Something will have to be done here. Is Taurox 64 speed to the 54 of the Powder Guts? I guess he could technically get away. And they're trying to just kite out this Massacre. I don't know why there are Noblars in the distance. Don't ask me, dude. Don't ask me why that's happening. It was a neat Massacre, but it looks like the red team just walked around and avoided it entirely. Boop, boop, boop. Triple fast forward. Red team's trying to kite. They're just running stuff off. 17 minutes into the game, we're getting down to the end. Army losses is close for the green team, though I think it is overzealous because the Enchantress is full HP, but we've already established that if she goes into these Halberds and the Powder Guts, she'll, like, instantly die. Her Mortis Engine's not gonna help at all. Red team still fucking around. Someday, someday they'll engage. As the Powder Guts are just going to charge some Marauders for free. Halberd's trying to brace up, but Grail Knights will get a nice charge in here. And then Taurox and the Hippogriff Knights. That Chaos Warrior is going to terror out pretty much immediately. And if that doesn't trigger army losses, then blue and green team might have a chance here. Because they're fully saturating in the Halberds. They're going to get some good damage down. That army losses is always just lingering there ominously. As red team backs off yet again and Noblars are trying to rejoin the fight. So red team is waiting for that Halberd to separate out from the group so they can go chase it down. Meanwhile, Taurox is trying to cycle charge a little bit. Powder Guts will trap him in. It doesn't look like... There it is. He has Brass Body up, giving him 40% damage resistance. Another huge charge in for the Hippogriff Knights, and the Halberds are getting dangerously close to terror routing. It's just going to be army losses, and they die. Yeah, Fucking Hippogriff Knights. Going through the values is going to be a little difficult. I didn't even notice the Gorges existed, so they must have died off screen. Ogre Bowls did okay. Powder Guts did amazing. For Stead, his Incarnate Elemental Beast did well. His Trader Concaster did amazing. And then his Minos did alright. And then Mr. Chalk. Final Transcaster, 1700 value, but he got sniped a little too quick, unfortunately. And Halberds did really good. For Razel, Minos did okay. Butcher's Counting Guard did amazing. Torox did great. Trader Concaster, 3,900. Yeah. For Sir Groot, Faye did alright. Hippogriff Knights did a ton. And then for Salinator, Archeon did okay. Dragon Ogre Shaggoths actually did better than I would have expected, which is just about paying for themselves. GG. GG. Look at all these replays I have to go through. Look at all these people. Alright. Blocker up so no spoilers. As we Photoshop do some fancy stuff. So let's go to blue. We never use blue on this channel. Center is weak, flanks are heavy. Mom Spaghetti gets a W. And then peak male performance, no girls allowed, gets an L. Wait, is that L or is that L? Nope, first one's L. Alright. Alright. Imric's Dragon Wedding versus the Sundering Never Happened. I gotta find it. Give me a second. I have a pile of replays. This looks like it. What? How am I supposed to do this? How? How are you gonna cast these games? Imric's Dragon Wedding, 2 High Elves, and a Grand Cathay versus the Sundering Never Happened. All 3 different elves. Once again, I will not go through every unit of both armies. I will get the gist of what everybody brought. And of course, they're vanguarding! They're vanguarding! Why wouldn't they? Why wouldn't they make this even harder for me to figure out what the fuck is going on? I hate this game. I'm leaving. I don't want to be here anymore. I'm gonna sit on my floating chaos rock. I'm gonna look the other direction. And that's it. This is the stream now. Goodbye. I hate this. I hate this game. Alright. Thankfully, actually, the replay was sent to me by one of the 2 High Elves here. So you have green High Elves. Nope, never mind. Everything sucks. The enemy team has the double High Elves, so they're all red. Okay, Hummus, you got this. Just pretend you enjoy Warhammer. For the Dark Elves, they brought 4 Coldwell Knights, double regular Black Dragon? Yeah. Double Black Dragon, Marathi with Soul Stealer, Melkos Mystifying Miasma, and Power of Darkness. And then they brought some frontline. Not a ton. A couple Dark Riders, too. For the High Elves of the Sundering crew, we have the Fireborn, Imric plus a Life Caster, so they brought some healing. They brought a bulk of the front line in their Spearmen and White Lions of Craze. And they brought some Illyrian Reavers for some light cav. For the Wood Elves, it is mostly archers. We have Deepwood Scouts in the distance. We have a ton of Glade Guard right back here at home. We do have another Life Caster, more Earthbloods, more healing. And then a Glade Lord on their dragon, and a Forest Dragon regular. Oh, God, okay. For Imric's Dragon Wedding, Cathay brought Miao Ying with Regrowth and Earthblood. Yay! 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 Healing! Anyway, They brought a Sky Junk, they brought some cannons, they brought a bunch of Jade Warrior crossbows, some Peasant Archers too, and some Peasant Long Spearmen. For the High Elves of Imric's side, we have a Metal Caster. Oh, something that's not healing. Let's go. Final Transit Plague of Rust. Imric himself, and then Silver and Guard and Spearmen for an unholy High Elf box. And then some White Lions of Crace. And then for Averlorn, with Alariel the Radiant at their helm, they have Earthblood, yay! Star of Averlorn, yay! And Tempest. So mostly healing. We do have a basic-ass Star Dragon, and then some more frontline, with a couple Swordmasters of Hoeth and Spearmen and such. But they also brought the Everqueen's Court Guard, Sister of Avalorn, Regiment of Renown, triple Dragon Princes, including the Fireborn. So Avalorn brought a lot of expensive units. Alright, let's go. Let's do it. Can a shitload of dragons break the box? There's 5 dragons here. There are 5 breath attacks. I also love how this is Imric's Dragon Wedding, but they're out-dragoned. It's 5 dragons versus 2. Marathi took a bit of a chunk somewhere, but her Soul Stealer will certainly heal that up as the elves are advancing. Though their cavalry is going to have a hard time making an impact on this level of boxiness. But, oh man, the breath attacks should be juicy. Hey, Boe agrees. Cannons teeing off onto Coldwell Knights. And Imric gets hit with a Tempest. It is still going to do damage to him even though he's trying to land, but, I mean, it's good poke. Black Dragon's going to fight with Imric, but he Lord of Dragons the Black Dragon, so he's going to out-dragon that dragon on top of his dragon with the dragon debuff. But more dragons are joining the dragon fight, and there's going to be a Soul Stealer on all the dragons. There's a Star Dragon, and the Black Dragon's trying to dragon the dragons, and then Alariel joins the dragon fight, but Marathi's in the dragon fight. There's a lot of dragons up in the sky, as they're all thinking about dragging each other to the ground, dragon style. As I don't even know what's happening in this unholy abomination. The Metals caster's trying to get over here to cast the final transmutation on the final dragon, and then this Frostheart Phoenix gets lost in the mix, so she's not even going to come over here and join the dragon fight as all the dragons dragging on each other, and there's a final transmutation getting cast, and I don't even know what team that's trying to help. It's going to hurt the blue and gray team, but Alariel's still getting dragon, and one of the dragons is dragged to the ground, so now Imric is in a dragon. And then Marathi lands, and then there's a bunch of shit happening, and I don't even know how to talk about this. As something just happened over there. Dragon's taking damage. Oh, the dragon's trying to heal, and Alariel gets scared of all the dragons. The dragons are away from the box, which is super dangerous because you want to dragon your way towards the dragon box. You don't want to dragon your way away from the dragon box. That's illegal. That's not how that's supposed to go. Alariel is already almost heal capped. Another Tempest is going to hit all the dragons. And that's going to hurt a lot. Alariel's very low. How are the Deepwood Scouts who are flanking doing? Good. They're trying to just join this fight. That's great. Great. Good for them. Archers are pouring a ton of fire into the front line as it approaches, as the Glade Guard of the Wood Elves are actually kind of getting fucked up. But there are so many of them that they'll eventually get into this fight. As more dragons start to get into the blob, Alariel's getting danger low, and Overcast or Earthblood hurts her quite a lot, and Frostheart Phoenix is trying to stay on her. Imric's also trying to stay on her, but he might want to just stop and fight the Sky Junk, because the other Imric is going to get an Earthblood and then hit with like 1,000,000 arrows as he fights some dragons in the middle of the dragons. Alariel's gonna die! And on the flank, Dragon Princes are fighting against Cold Dragon One Night Riders. And that's going great. And if you're getting annoyed at the dragon bit at this point, you're like, hey, human boy, you're stupid dumb. Stop saying dragon. What do you want me to do? Half the things on this battlefield are named dragon. What am I supposed to do? Okay. Imric, with a breath attack plus a soul stealer from Marathi, does hurt a bunch of the blob and such. And then the Sisters of Avalorn are teeing off on him a bit. But man, it looks like blue and green team are having a grand old time. Is Imric, that Imric, not this one. That Imric is taking some serious damage. He's having a bad day. The Star Dragon, I said it. I said the word. It's a dragon. Hey, there's Meow Ying the Storm Dragon. You want me to say that too? Anyway, Star Dragon's flying away, trying to get to safety. Says, fuck this. I don't even know who's on whose team. Is the cavalry trying to break the box? But the box is already mostly broken. They're having a pretty bad time. What the fuck is happening back here? as some dragon princes. I said it again! I said it again! Don't know what you want me to do. Do you want me to just call them the horsey horses? Because I can. Horsey horses are trying to disrupt this area as the Sky Junk is firing in on all these archers. Swordmasters both are in there, and this is ridiculous. Whatever this is ridiculous. I need a Comet of Cassadora to just come down and annihilate those fools, man. Red Imric on his mount is fighting Green Imric also on his mount, and they're trying to get away. What those mounts are, I can't say. But all I know, I've said dragon too many times today. Now, what else is at play? Marathi says to the Star Dragon, stay away. Illyrian Reavers also chase off those princes on their horsey horses. Horsey horse, of course, because it could not be anything else. No, surely it's a horse. Looks like we have something cast onto Miao Ying, another Soul Stealer for all these guys. And the box has fallen completely apart at this point. They have some semblance of the center, but it's mostly gone. Black Dragon getting shot in the butt. Peasant Long Spearman getting breath attacked by a mount. Can't say what it is. That's illegal. That's against the rules. Can't say what it is anymore. Chat doesn't like it. Chat doesn't like when you say what things are, because there's like 80 of them on this fucking map. But it's fine. Sky Junk fends off an attack from the Glade Lord because he's a tanky boy. Kugoth Plaguefather is jealous of the Sky Junk's HP. As a bunch of red melee units are still fine on this side, they're not defending anything anymore. As a nasty breath attack from a mount just deletes an entire Jade Warrior Crossman. That was nasty. Miao Ying's gonna regrowth herself. And the Sky Junk hits a clumped up unit. 15 breath attacks are really dumb. There's a lot of breath attacks, but also, that was an unholy box. What did you want them to do? Walk calmly into it and die? I mean, they had to break it somehow. Illyrian Reavers chased everything off. At this point, it is looking a bit doomed as I take stock of what the red team even has. They have a caster, but I don't know where Red Imric is. I think he's dead, as Green Imric probably chased him off the map. Miao Ying's still healthy. And Alariel's dead. We saw her die. So yeah, red team's running out of stuff. Soul Stealer hits. The Sky Junk's getting danger low as archers have been pouring fire into it. Yep, there they all are. Deepwood Scouts rejoining the fight cautiously. Army losses is starting to hit for the red team, and I acquiesce. Praevenoth Ramos thrown onto Miao Ying, and Marathi's gonna go in and say, Imric's my husband, Ree! What kind of mount? Is it a horse? It might be a horse. Oh, that was a fever dream. I feel like I have a hangover. What kind of horse does it start with a T? Oh. Well, that was a mess. That was a mess, you guys. Jesus. The air fight, wow, okay, Marathi has 4,000 value, we'll talk about that in a second. The air fight that happened at the very start, right outside of the box, where Imric and a Star Dragon, plus Alariel, go out there, and they fuck around, and man, they found out as all these other dragons pour in, and they tried to punish him with archers and a Tempest and stuff, but it just wasn't enough. And then Alariel, like, fucking dies. Oh my god. Alariel got murdered like right away. Ooh, the Metalcaster got a good amount of value. Imric did not. For Wolfblade, Skyjunk did great. Cannons did okay. That's about it though. Okay, alright. Let's all calm down. So there's 2 games left. There's 2 games left. You might be like, what? There's just 1. No, because there's a 3rd place tiebreaker. Timebreaker? Tiebreaker. Oh, no, they didn't make the graphic easy. Dang it. Okay. So, if you follow the yellow line, the gold line, these two are going to fight for the winner, right? And then these two are going to fight for third place. Okay? So we got some crisscross applesauce. Who will win the whole thing? The totally not ODM team? Center is weak, flanks are heavy, vomit is backline already, mob spaghetti, or banging Marathi team. And the other side, who will take third place? Imrich's Dragon Wedding. Or peak male performance, no girls allowed. None. None of them. Let's do third place first, because that's cooler. Third place is the cooler fight. Nobody really wants to know who's first. Everybody wants to know who's third. Emrich's Dragon Wedding versus Peak Male Performance. Hey, Forgotten. How you doing? Cast loses bracket first. I know how to do this. God damn it. Alright, blocker's back down. Correct. Good. Good. The box is back, ladies and gentlemen. The boys are back. Largely the same configuration we just saw, so High Elves bringing Dragon Princes and a front line, while Cathay is doing all of the pew-pew plus a Sky Junk. On the other side, for Peak Male Performance, looks largely like the same plan, yet again. Beastmen bringing in a super cheap front line, plus some archers, some minotaurs, and some monsters. They also have their Trader King caster. While Warriors of Chaos have Sigvald and some marauders and such. Chaos Warriors for a bit more meat in that back line, and then some Chaos Knights. So heavy cav, heavy infantry, etc. Ogre Kingdoms spamming out those monstrous infantry over there to try and break through the High Elf Cathay front line. And they brought a little bit of Daka and some healing. On the side, Dragon Princes will catch some Centaurs, but Centaurs with Throwing Axes trying to offer some support. And of course, we have the mandatory Flanking Gorger, which actually, there is an angle for him to get some good damage. If he goes and sneaks up on the Everqueen scorecard, that could be metal. Quick Burning Head down the Silvering Guard. Despite their spell resist, that actually still did do a lot of damage, so it must have been overcast, as the Star Dragon and Alariel are hovering ominously over the lines of the enemy. Ungor herds have already collapsed on the front line, and their front line is collapsing. As Imrich dives in, they get a bit of a terror route out. And the cannons have made the Powder Guts pay. Already lost 4 out of their 16 models. Cannons continue to go boom, but the frontline clash is now about to begin. Silver and Guard get Wrath of the Storm for some magic attacks and increased melee attack, and the Ogre Bulls are already on their way out. Skyjunk is still firing into these guys. But the Beastmen hordes are numberless, yes. Without number. Infinite, even. He said as he thought of good words later. So they're continuing to pile in, and archers are now getting in range of the cannons, which is a bad time for cannons. They will get shut down so fast. That one's already just about dead. The other one's in range of danger now, and the Gorgers did get in here. It looks like they charged the White Lions of Crace, not the Sisters of Averlorn. But they're still providing a distraction. They've pulled back Imrich, so that's fine. As the Star Dragon, Alariel, and Miao Ying are clearing out the front line. It's been a lot of damage under the blue team, but their front line hasn't broken yet. They've managed to hold for now. As a big Final Transmutation is cast, it is overcast, and it hits all 3 of the enemy lords, plus some Iron Guts and some Chaos Warriors. That is a huge Final Transmutation that's doing a lot of damage. The Beastman flank is overloading on this side, though, and more Dragon Princes are being pulled up to try and deter it just a little bit. Actually, both flanks are going pretty well. This could get dangerous for the box really fast if these Chaos Knights break loose from the Fireborn and just start running through this middle area. The front line is a bit of a disaster for the red team. They've taken so much damage, but maybe their flanks can win them the day. Incarnate Elemental Beast taking a bunch of damage as the cannon and archers are pouring in onto him. His Mortis engine is already deactivated. No, somehow he's still above 25% HP, but it's got to be deactivating soon. So we'll see. Bounce power is real bad right now for the red team, considering how early in the game it is, but that's with all of these ranged units still online. Once they get killed off, the bounce power will equalize quite a lot as the Chaos Knights get a huge charge. And can the box hold as a big piercing bolts of burning? Ow, ow, damage, ow. Say goodbye to those Spearmen, and the Swordmasters of Hoeth are all routing off, so really good spell cast there. The box is having some troubles staying together. All the archers are shut down. Skyjunk's used a lot of its ammunition. The Everqueen's Courtyard are currently inundated with fools. Slaughtermaster, however, for the ogres, close to dead. Imric might be able to finish him off, and the other Star Dragon plus Alarielle are still very healthy. Miao Ying's also very healthy, so the single entities of the blue team are chilling. They're completely fine with what's going on in here. Blue team's multi-entity models are really struggling, however. A lot of stuff is routed off, and the front line, decently healthy, but their back line, oh, all dead. Just all dead. Bounce power goes right back to even, and I definitely agree. Incarnate Elemental Beast still clinging to life. His Flock of Doom AoE is now disabled, but maybe if he can get a Butcher from the Ogre Kingdom's Tier 3 army ability, maybe he can heal back up to having a reproc. We'll see. Minos, Ogres, Marauders, all trying to fight back against the White Lions of Krace and some Spearmen. But the High Elves will hold for now. The Skyjunk continues to fire down on people. One brave cannon is firing despite everything around it. Chaos Knights of Tzeentch and Sigvald trying to stop it, but it continues to fire, continues to be a pain. The Incarnate is suffering its wrath. Red continues to gain ground on the balance of power. As for the blue team, Imric continues to try and snipe out the Slaughtermaster. Lord of Dragons popped on him. Big charge attack with a follow-up secondary hit. If you can get one more, he'll probably rout the Slaughtermaster. Elsewhere, Burning Head goes through. And a massive blue team rout on the top side. Terrible news for them as Imric continues to try and turn this around by sniping out the Slaughtermaster and at least stopping the healing. But the green team, well, green, blue, whatever, you get it. The allied team Star Dragon is currently surrounded by Minotaurs with great weapons and the Powder Guts and Iron Guts, so he's having a bad time, and Alarielle even chucks down a Star of Avalon to try and heal him up and keep him in the fight. But there's no support nearby for him at all as green/blue continue to fall further and further behind on the balance of power. An overcast Fountain Train Station does hit the Slaughtermaster of the Great Maw. It's focused on him, so it'll follow him wherever he goes. They're really trying to kill him off and at least try and leadership route the beast, the ogres, and stop the bleeding. Overcast to Earthblood hurts Alarielle a little bit, but it will try and keep the Star Dragon in the battle, as Sigvald and some Chaos Knights and some Iron Guts are all peeling Imric for now. Alarielle terror routes, but so does the Slaughtermaster of the Great Maw. He's down to 300 HP. But more Centaurs pile in. They're going to be just fine. A Traitorkin damages the Star Dragon even more. He's close to his heal cap. And I don't think blue, green, teal, indigo, aquamarine have the juice left in them. Because the Incarnate Elemental Beast is back to Flock of Doomin', baby! Imric is still healthy, as is his Dragon Bride somewhere. There she is. Miao Ying's fine. So Imric and his bride are alive, but everyone who attended their wedding, including their officiant, is currently in utter peril. Skyjunk's used all of its ammo. It's currently pathing over here to start bomb dropping, I imagine. But that might be it. Sigvald's running down the Mage of Metal. No more final transmutations will be cast this day. Chaos Knights and Halberds trying to stop Alarielle from getting back into the sky. Slaughtermaster might rally for the red team, which actually would be even better for them, because the green team just doesn't have any mobility presence at the moment to chase him down. Imric is surrounded. He's getting circle beaten. That is GG. As his wedding was thoroughly crashed by peak male performance. No girls allowed. No girls. They probably received an invite to the wedding, and they saw that there were girls involved, and they were like, no, this needs to be stopped. This cannot be allowed. Rip basic Star Dragon. He tried. Gorger's still trying to do good. Trying. I don't know why I'm hovering over all of the values out of habit because it's what I do, but I know this is way too much information to even process or assess. So they just did good. They did good. Urger! Blocker. Boop. Not that we need the blocker, but I just want to do this. So peak male performance, no girls allowed. Gets a W. Nimric's Dragon, the wedding gets an L. It's finals time. The Sundering versus center is weak, flanks are heavy, vomit on his spaghetti already, mom's backline. This is it. The final game in this madness. What's the meta for 3-3 based on those values? Final Transmutation and Trader Kid. Punish them blobs. Punish them. The final game. Let's go. Looks like these players... I actually don't know the rules of it. I think Lucy would know because he hosted the damn thing. Players constructed a build ahead of time, it looks like, because these are the same builds as round one, despite their opponent. They can switch some spells, but can't switch the core. Or do they just decide not to switch the core? I don't know, but it's the same plan. Bretonia brought some very elite knights and some healing. That's about it. Beastmen brought Torox, Trader Kid Caster, and then some flank support and some cheap chaff. And Chaos brought most of the front line. Double Dragon Ogre Shaggoth with Archaon the Everchosen and some Chaos Knights for a little bit more heavy support. You think all the raid boss replays are here? Lucy, is that true? I can cast them if you have them. If we have them, I'll cast them. I just don't think that we have them. I feel like he would have told me. I talked to him before the stream. I said, "What am I streaming today?" And he said, "I'm missing 1 or 2 of the raid boss replays." Okay, anyway. For the Elven Alliance, Dark Elves brought a lot of heavy cav, and then their double black dragon plus Marathi. Wood Elves brought a shit ton of archers, and then the High Elves brought most of the front line and Spearmen and Silver and Guard and such. Okay. Let's go. Will the 5 dragons still be effective against not a box? Let's see, dude. If dragons win this 3v3, I'm going to propose a vote to my council right after it to say, should we ban dragons from all future play? So, if you like the current state of Warhammer 3, then you are rooting against the dragons. You don't like dragons. Out of 7 raid boss replays, we have 5. So no, I'm missing 2 right now. Anyway, front lines have collided. Marauder is going to fight Silver Guard and Spearman. That is a very one-sided fight. But the Butchers of Kalkengard get Pravenoth, Rainmode, and all of these Chaos, and they are going to just get melted by the archers. The counterfire from the Bretonian archers, plus flanks are heavy, knees weak, mom's spaghetti, doing what their name implies. Doing what their name implies, rolling through that front line and disrupting a lot of the Glade Guard archers. Look at all of these. Look at all these cav pieces, man. They're killing it. They're literally killing it as Coldwood Knights are running everywhere. Wood Elf archers are starting to flee in abject terror as marauders and stinky cow people just bother them. Just get all up in their face and cause a bit of a stink. A bound comet of Cassadora from the Fey Enchantress is gonna hit these poor Glade Gargoyle Starfire shafts. There it goes. BAM! They're dead. They're all dead. Send cards to their children. Black Dragon number 1 is shattered as Taurox and some dogs tear it limb from limb, but man, the flank superiority from knees weak, arms are heavy, spaghetti is doing great. Look at all these poor archers just getting run the fuck down. They can't sit and shoot. They're having a bad time. There's a little pocket of resistance over here from the red team, but otherwise, wherever their dragons go, they're met by Dragon Ogre Shagus, they're met by Archaon, they're met by Taurox the Brass Bull. The dragons are having a bad time. Imric is landing on the Wild's caster, trying to take him out, at least deny them some Traitorkin access. But the Bretonnians are here, Gandalf, the Eagles are here, and they're coming for your archers. A mixed metaphor here, because the Wood Elves are like the elves in the Lord of the Rings, and those are the good guys, and Gandalf's a good guy, but you understand, you get it, you know what's happening here. I don't really. Dragon Ogre Shagus takes a Doom Bolt to the back of the head. The balance power's about even, but I felt like everything's going to the green-blue team, so I'm trying to look around and see where red is getting anything done. I don't see it. I think the balance power's just on drugs. The other Prey of Anathema out for the Royal Hippogriff Knights. Does make them much more vulnerable to archer fire, but the archers are much more vulnerable to getting run the fuck down by Grail Knights. Say goodbye to all your archers, kids. As a whole heap and load of damage is coming in with the Breath Attack of a Dragon and a Soul Stealer. Trying to really whittle these knights down, but it's too little, too late for the Wood Elves. They are all toast. Massacred. Am I just stupid? Am I made out of stupid pills? What is this balance of power basing anything on? Red is getting shellacked. Why does it say it's even? It's not even. Nothing's even. Okay. Anyway, Imric landing. Dragon Ogre Shagus and all these knights trying to fight it out in a bit of a SE blob. I wonder if either team has any of their Traitorkins or Final Transmutations or anything like that up and available to do some damage, do some work. Because that would be the place for it, man. That is a lot of value just waiting to occur. As a Comet of Cassador gets chucked in there like a both sides handshake, fuck you. Archaon's messing up Marathi and her Black Dragon compatriot for a little bit. A Traitorkin Overcast does hit the red team, and that is brutal. That hits so many units as both sides chucking in heals, but Archaon is not about to let Marathi escape. He is not seduced by her charms in the slightest. And on the outside, the blue team is also routing off the Mage of Life for the High Elves, so it's looking a little bad. There we go. Now the balance power is finally reflecting what I've been feeling for a while. It just felt like the red team, like every area on the ground is going poorly, and it's like, yeah, you have a bunch of dragons, but they can't be everywhere at once, and anywhere they landed, they actually got 6v1. Despite the slight overuse of the word dragon in that one time, yeah, but that was the bit. That was the bit. Have I only found your channel just now? Dude, I don't know. Someone else in my server the other day said, why does everybody cast Domination? And I was like, wait, are there Domination casters I don't know about? Because I literally only know Turin and the Wild Platy, and Platy hasn't put out content in a while. Anyway, it's all over but the crying for the moment here, as Imric is getting bullied, and he is the last vestige of power for the red team. After he dies, they'll probably just army loss out, as more blob punishment spells are being cast. And ladies and gentlemen, blob punishment spells in general are a good idea, even in 1v1s, but especially in 3v3s, blob punishment spells peak. You gotta love them. Which is why I'm hesitant to want to nerf Spirit Leech. While I am sick of Spirit Leech being so meta and so strong, it is like, well, without it, single entities would be even stronger, so maybe Spirit Leech is fine. Army losses is hitting as we speak. And knees weak, spaghetti heavy, moms are ready. Vomit already. Is gonna win. They're gonna do it, man. Look at that balance of power, and yet army losses is like, I don't know. Maybe not. Bruh, there we go. Jesus Christ. So Lucinia sent me some stuff. Lucinia sent me some stuff for you all. So, on the left-hand screen, our winners got their little Discord icons. We have the Green Knight for Sir Groot. We have Torox the Brass Bull for Razel. And we have a Zinch Lord on a little disc for Salinator. That's lovely. And they sent me another one. Ah, yes, here's them all together. Look at them. Look at them all being so cute. Rawr! We're here to raid your flanks. Rawr! So spooky, man. So spooky. And we'll update the Photoshop. So the official ranking is center is weak, flanks are heavy is number 1. The Sundering Never Happened is number 2. Peak Male Performance, No Girls Allowed is number 3. And Emmerich Dragon Wedding getting 4th place. Yee. Yee. That's it for the stream today. It was a crisp 1 hour. My voice is already feeling it because I am a sick rat. My body needs rest. So I'm gonna go. I'm gonna leave. I hope everybody had a great day. I hope everybody's having a great life. And we will cast the raid boss event in the future. Don't you worry. We have 5 out of the 7 replays. I just gotta get those other ones. But that was not canceled. I just scheduled the stream too early. It's just me being stupid. That's all it is. Okay. Goodbye, everybody.